Hey everybody, this is Jim the Tabletop Engineer. Welcome to a new playthrough video. Today I'm going to be playing Final Girl. I'm playing Charlie, and she's going up against Geppetto the Puppet Master at Wingard Cottage. I've already done all the setup. I've got everything shuffled and all the victims put out and the equipment cards. The only thing I haven't done is the event. I've got to draw an event for the very first thing. Geppetto has 8 health, and he has his bonus health, which has not been revealed. It was randomly drawn. I have 7, and here's number 7, but I don't know what's underneath that. So, let's see. I need to draw the event card and get going. Another way out. Place the boat token in the lake. Where's the lake? Which one's the lake? I guess that's the lake. Oh, there it is, at the lake. And the neighbor, which is the blue token, in the family room. Family room's right here. The neighbor has the keys to the boat. When the neighbor is on the lakefront, and they and up to 3 other victims on this space may exit using the boat to be saved. Oh, nice. Okay, let's go ahead and get going. To do that, though, I got to get the blue, and the victim, the killer, is down here. Actually, that's me. I've got these reversed. Killer's up here, and I'm here, so I could do it, but I'd have to go through the house to get up to here. All right, let's see what we can do. First thing I like to always do is do the focus to try and lower the horror track from 4 down to 1 to get 3 dice instead of 2. And I did. I got 2 stars, so I get to lower this by 1, and I get to add 2 time. Let's do another focus then. I've only got 2 of them, but let's see what we can get. I'm going to get rid of short rest and weak attack to make this 2 card one an actual star. You can change it. And with 2 stars, I can lower this by 1 and gain 2 times, so I'm up to 10. And that's all I can do with the focus. Let's go ahead and walk and see if we can get some of these victims collecting. I got 1 star, which allows me to move 1 space. So I'm going to go into the house, trying to get these and get them up here and out. And I'm going to hold on to this last walk. That took, by the way, that burned up 1 time, so I'm down to 9. All right, it is now the planning phase where I buy the cards. I have 9 time. Remember, I have a walk, so I'm going to buy a sprint for 2. I'm going to buy a distraction for 3. I'm going to buy a... Where am I going? If I'm in the family room, I could search. No, I can't. That's not a place that can be searched. Okay. I would really like to sprint and get these victims out. I'm going to buy another sprint for 2 and a reroll for 1, and that knocks me out 0 time. Actually, no, I had 2. I could have bought. I was at 4, 2. That knocks me down to 1. I'll buy both rerolls. That knocks me down to 0. Timer goes back up to 6. The freebie cards go back into the 0 cost, and it is now the killer phase. Geppetto is the puppet master. He has 3 puppets that are ready. On his turn, the first minion, it says minion, spawn 1. So you spawn 1 where he is. It targets the nearest victim and then moves. Well, the nearest victim is this one or this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll for random. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6. It moves here, but it doesn't stab. It just moves. Then Geppetto targets the nearest victim or me and stabs. Well, there's nobody in his spot, so nothing happens. But he does have to draw a terror card. Am I a puppet? If you start your turn more than 2 spaces away from Geppetto, lose a heart equal to his current attack value. This gives him 2 bonus hearts. It's a dark power. The only way to get rid of this is to do 2 damage to him to take this off. If you start your turn more than 2 spaces away, lose a heart. I am 1, 2, so I'm still 2 spaces away from him, so I'm okay. If I move here, it's okay. It says if you start your turn. So on my turn, well, he moved. I drew the terror card, right? Isn't that what I just did? Yeah, drew the terror card. So now it's my turn. So let's go ahead and get distraction played so we can get down to 3 dice, hopefully. I got a single star, which lowers this by 1, which does, and now I'm in the green, I get 3 dice, and it gives me 1 time. So, alright, so now let's get some people out of here. I cannot go in this space with victims while the killer is there, but what I could do is get the blue and go the long way around. Let me try that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do a sprint with 3 dice. I got nothing. I'm going to burn 2 time to do a reroll, all dice. And I am going to turn, that only lets me move 2 spaces, which is fine. I can do that. I'll move here and then move back and take 2 with me, and I lose a time. Okay, so I'm down to 4. Next, I'm going to do another sprint. I'm going to burn a reroll for 2 time. I'm down to 2. And I got 2 stars, which allows me to move up to 3 spaces. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. Now I'm in this spot. All right. And I'm going to hold on to this last walk. Well, I don't have to. I could use it. I'm going to use the last. I'm down to 2 times. So I'm going to use the last walk. Because if I can get 2 spaces, I could go 1, 2, and take 3 victims out. There we go. I got 2 stars, moved 2 spaces, so I can take 2 with me to this space. And the boat says the neighbor and up to 3 other victims. Oh, I could go get another one. May exit. But you know what? I'm worried. I'm worried the killer being here is going to come into my spot. So I'm going to go ahead and tell them to get lost with the boat, and that is done. I get to place these where I want them. Let's see. I'm going to place them on. I'm going to place them on move 1 space, which will allow me to move here. And then I'm going to place it on move 1 space, which will allow me to go here. And then this one will gain me 2 time. Actually, that won't help me. I'm going to use it to lower the terror track here. And that is the end of my turn. I have no cards left, but I have 2 time left. With the 2, I'm going to buy a search. Since I'm in the boathouse, I'll get it. I get all the free cards. And then these go back in their space. And that is the end of my turn. Alright, so this goes back up to 6. Geppetto's turn. He spawns a puppet at his spot. It targets the nearest victim, which is going to be this one, and it moves. Actually, the nearest could be this one or this one. So let me check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it moves here. Doesn't do anything, it just moves. Geppetto stabs, there's nobody in his spot, and then he draws a terror card. Place 3 new victims at the boathouse. Where's the boathouse? Am I in the boathouse? Of course I am. There's a whole bunch of victims here. Alright. And then draw an event card. So I got to draw another event card. The boat card goes away. Marked for death. White token. Place the outsider in the bathroom. Right there. Whenever the killer must choose a target, the outsider is chosen instead. On its way towards the outsider, the killer kills 1 victim in each space it moves through, including its starting and ending spaces. Alright, so that's bad for me, because on the next killer phase, next time it moves, it will choose that, and it kills as it makes its way through there. So it will kill this one and this one. All right, that is it for the card. It is now my turn. Well, I've got a whole bunch of victims here that need to be rescued. The good news is I'm only 2 spaces away from this spot. So let's do well, first off, let's do a search and see. I'm in the boathouse. The boathouse will give me this paddle, which in my hand does 1 extra damage whenever I attack. Roll 1 die on a 1 to 4, discard it. It can break. All right, so, oops. That was there. This one was there. No, one was in the garage. That one was there. Okay, there we go. All right, let's see what searching gets me. I got 3 stars, which doesn't do anything. 2 stars says take the top 2 cards. So here's 1, here's 2. Oh, I'll take the bat. Does 2 damage. The other card can be placed face up or underneath. I'll face it underneath. You do not reveal that card. So I now have a bat in my hand that does an extra damage when I attack. All right, that was the search. Where are my cards? Let's go ahead and do a walk. Let's see how far we can get. I would like 2 stars, and I did not get them, but I can turn that into a star by getting rid of weak attack. No, I'll get rid of short rest and focus to make this a star, which allows me to move 1 space. So I can move 2 of these victims here. And then the weak attack doesn't do anything. The focus doesn't do anything. That short rest didn't cost me any time. Oh no, I donated these 2. The search did take 1 time, so I'm down to 5. These didn't do anything when I did the search. And then I have these. I'm going to go ahead, because I have 5 time left, I'm going to get rid of the weak attack and the focus to bump up 2 time, and now I have 7 to spend. 7. I am going to do a sprint for 2, another sprint for 2. Now I'm down to 3, and I'm going to buy another search and see what's under there. Search is 2, so I'm down to 1, and I'll buy a reroll for 1. So I get these 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I get the freebie, which is just a walk card. These go back into their spot, and it is now the killer phase. All right. The killer spawns the 3rd and final puppet here. It will move to the nearest victim. I'm going to have it go ahead and move to this one since it's by itself. So now I've got 3 victims, each with a puppet. He targets and kills. There's nobody in his spot, but he does draw a terror card. They're gaining on me. Roll a die. If the roll is less than the horror level, you lose a time equal. Well, the horror level is 0. So I can't lose anything. 4. So I don't lose any time. If the result is less than, you lose time equal to the horror level. And then puppets only. Each puppet will target me, that's my symbol, and move. And the puppets move 1 boot. So this one will move, I'm here, so this one will move here, 1, 2. This one will move here, 1, 2. And this one will move here, 1, 2. All right, and that is that. My turn. Let's do a walk. I only need 1 star. Actually, I've got 3. Why do I have 3 dice? I got 1 star, which burns 1 time, but allows me to move 1 space. These 2, I tell them to get lost. They bump me up 2 times, 6, 7, and this one triggers another bump of this, which gives me 1 time. So I'm at 8. Now I could go back. I'm going to go back to the cabin. I need 1 more victim. Let me do a sprint and see what I get. I got 2 stars. All right, so here's an interesting thing. It'll let me move 3 spaces. I could go 1, 2, 3 and bring 2 victims out. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go 1, 2, and then back to here 3, and that is my sprint. It burns 1 time. Now I've got my other walk. I'll do it. And I didn't get anything, so I'm going to burn my close call for 2 time. I'm down to 5. I didn't get anything. So the walk, it says I can move 1 space, take a heart loss, and lose 2 time. I'm going to do that. So I'm going to move here, lose 2 time, but I can tell these to get lost. So I save this victim, and this one goes here, which bumps, which pushes the time up to 4. But now that I've saved 6 victims, I get to reveal my special ability. Charlie's is, during the action phase, you can choose to lose 3 hearts to take the critical blow card directly into your hand. That's a good one. All right. So let's see. What do I do now? The close call is gone. The walk is gone. All I've got is a search and a sprint. I am going to hold off because I cannot buy another sprint this turn. So I'm going to keep these cards. I'm going to. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the search card and donate it to bump this up to 5. Why am I doing that? Because now for 5 I can buy a long rest, which will heal me 4 hearts if I roll 2 stars. That knocks me down to 0. I get all the freebie cards. This comes back up to 6, and then these go back into their space. And that is it for my turn. What I'm going to do next turn is I'm going to take advantage of that 3 hearts to get this, and then I'm going to use the long rest to heal back up. Hopefully. We'll see if that works. Alright, killer phase. All the minions target the nearest, so they move back to their spot again. Then the killer stabs, nobody's there, then he draws a terror card. Make or break, roll a die. Alright. I rolled a 5. You must lose hearts equal to half, rounded up. That would be 3 hearts. Or kill that many victims. You know what? I will choose to lose 3 hearts. I'll try that trick another time. Okay, so that's good. I did not have to kill any victims. Because that just pushes the bloodlust right on up, and I don't want that. Alright, now it is my turn. Well, I need to use that. I need to do that long rest to get my hearts back up. I really need 2 stars. I got 1 star, and I'll get rid of short rest and a focus to make one of these another star. With 2 stars, I can heal 4 hearts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm back up to full health, 7. And it also lost me 1 time, so I'm down to 5, I think. How did I get that extra time? I was at 6, now I'm at 5. Okay, so this goes away. What can I do? Focus, weak attack, or sprint. Let's do a sprint. See what we can do. I got nothing. I can donate these 2 to move 2 spaces. Let's do that. I'll turn it into 1 star. I can move 2 spaces. So I'm going to go 1 and 2. And I'm going to try to start clearing out these guys over here. Alright, that's the sprint. That is it. I am done. That lost me 1 time. And now I have 4 to spend. I will buy a sprint for 2. And I will buy a if I go in the garage, what's in the garage? The first aid kit. That could be handy. I'm going to buy a... Don't I have a... I do not have a... I'll buy a search for 2. And I get the freebies back. 2 walks. This goes up to 6. These go back into their slots. And that is it for my turn. Killer phase. There are no more puppets to spawn, so they don't do anything. They just stay there. And by the way, they can never get more than 2 spaces away from Geppetto. Geppetto stabs. There's nobody here. They can't get in here. Place 2 victims in each bedroom. Where are the bedrooms? There's one. And there's, oh, that's a bathroom. Where's the bedroom? Oh, there's another one in here. Okay. All right, and then this drops 1, but I'm still in the green, so I still get 3 dice. My turn. Let's see, I've got walk, walk, search, and sprint. I really wished I had a focus because I hate getting too close to using 2 dice again. So I'm going to do a sprint and see if how many of these victims I can get to the garage. Looks like none. I could get rid of the walks to turn that into a star, which gives me 2 spaces, which I could go 1, 2, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn that to a star. I'm going to get rid of these. I'm going to go 1, 2, and I can't use the search card, so that is the end of my turn. Since I did a sprint and I moved 2, I lose a time, so I have 5 time left. I'm going to choose long rest again. I get the freebie cards, and then these go back in their space. And that is it for my turn. The puppets stay put. And then Geppetto, there's nobody there. He hasn't moved at all. Wow. Boxed in with nowhere to go. If there are no victims on the board, discard and draw. No, there are victims. It drops 2. 1, 2. Great. Now I'm down to 2 dice. Each victim that is with or adjacent to a puppet space panics. If a victim panics to a space with a puppet, they are killed. All right, so let's do this. All right, so let's do this one. Where is he going to panic? He panics to number 5, which is here. But good news, that's not a puppet. That's the killer. He will be okay. This one will panic. 5 here. Man, they're all moving to Geppetto. And then these 2 will panic. 6 goes here. And the other one is 2, which goes here. Now the killer has all these victims in his spot. But unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to save them, or save one of them. That is the end of that. It is my turn. All right. Let's do a... Do I not have a sprint? I thought I bought... I don't have any movement cards? I sure don't. All right, well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to burn 3 hearts to take the critical blow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can only have 10 cards in your hand. I have 7. Then I'm going to do the long rest and try to get those hearts back. I got 1 star, and I'm going to turn that one. I'm going to take the... I need the focuses. I'm going to get rid of the weak attack and the short rest to make this a star. Or did I just make that a star? I think I did. So I'll get 3 hearts back. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And that is all I can do. So I got my full hearts. Critical blow, search, focus. I'm going to use the focuses to try to get down to 3 dice again. I'll play the first focus. 1 star lets me drop this down 1, and I gain 2 time. The long rest costs me 2, but now I get 2 back. No, I get 1 back. And I'll do another focus. And nothing. I could get rid of these to make that a star, but I'm not going to. Instead, what I can do is I'll lose 2 time. Down to 2. And I'm going to make that the end of my turn. I get I have 2 to spend. I will buy a sprint. And I'll get the 2 walks back. These go back into their space. And that is the end of my turn. Alright, here we go. The minions will move to the nearest victim. Well, this moves here, this one moves here, and this one, it can go here or here. Let's see. It will go up top. What I did was I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I rolled a 1. Alright, so there are 3 victims up there. Now, Geppetto will stab. He kills 1. And it pushes the bloodlust up. And he also draws a terror card. Here we go. They're coming from everywhere. Roll a die. 1. If the result is less than the horror level is 2. Spawn the remaining puppets, regardless, into his space. All right, well, they're all there anyway. Then, puppets only. Target me. Move 2 boots. Well, each boot is worth 1. So this one will move 1, 2. This one will go 1, 2. And this one will go 1, 2. They cannot get farther than 2 spaces away from Geppetto, so this is good. And then they stab. There's nobody in there. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Why did they not go this way? Because this is the shorter route. This would have been 1, 2, 3, 4. This would have been 1, 2. So they definitely would have moved the shorter route. Okay, my turn. Oh, no, hold on. Panic phase. Both of those victims will panic. This one moves to 3, which is here, and that one will move 2, which is here. All right. Now it's my turn. Okay, critical blow, search, sprint. I need to get these victims out of here. So let's sprint. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Nope, I'm still rolling 2 dice. To turn that into a star, I will get rid of my 2 walks. And that will allow me to move 2 spaces. So I can go 1, 2, and tell them to get lost. That doesn't really give me any benefit, but it's less victims for him to kill. And that loses me 1 time. I'm down to 6, or down to 5. Then I have critical blow and search, which I cannot use. So my turn is over. I'm at 5 time. I will buy a sprint for 2, down to 3. I will buy a distraction for 3. And I am at 0 time, so this goes up to 6. I get all the freebies back, and these go back into their space. And that is it for my turn. Got to remember, I got that bat. All right, on their turn, they target the nearest victim and move. Well, the nearest victims are here, but they cannot go beyond 3 spaces. So this one would move here, here, and here, because they can go to here, which is 2 spaces from Geppetto. So they have to move into that space. Then Geppetto stabs, there's nobody there, and then we draw a terror card. Oh man, this is a lot. Laughter rings out in each space adjacent to you. All victims panic. All right, this one will panic. Where does it go? 4, which is here, into the laundry room. Then, victims in a space with an enemy are killed. None in there. Then, if you are in a space or adjacent to Geppetto, I am not. You lose hearts. I'm not. Then, if no victims were killed, there weren't any killed, and you did not take any damage, resolve the next terror card. So I got to draw another one. Oh. All right, there are victims. So first you do the minions, then you do Geppetto. So the minions will target the nearest victim. This moves here and kills, which pushes this up. This one moves here, kills. And what is the white one? Marked for death. On its way. Oh yeah, so it's dead. Pushes this up. Then this one, this one right here, moves to the nearest victim. It cannot move into these because it's more than 2 spaces away. So instead of moving, it will. This one has to move somewhere. It can move here, here. Well, it can move back here again. It would have to, because it's trying to target the nearest victim, which would be this one. Because it can't move here, because that would be, well, it could move here. It's 2 spaces away, yeah. Then, he does it. He targets the nearest victim and moves. Well, let's just move him here. And he stabs, and that goes up, which causes this to drop by 1. Then we do it all again. They cannot get more than 2 spaces away, so they can only move a boot. So they're going to move here, here, and here.
Check out the new RPG and Wargame newsletter. Each week, the Tabletop Engineer shares news, products, Kickstarters, and much more related to the gaming hobby. It's free to subscribe, so check out the link in the video description below to sign up.
Alright, I apologize. I just got this new camera, and I forget that it can only record a maximum of 30 minutes, which is ridiculous. I went back and reviewed the video to figure out where I was. Geppetto had this 2-star or 2 hearts here. When the game ended, or when the video ended, I moved these 3 into here, and I played the last. He stabbed me for 1, and then he got moved to the porch, and that's where things ended. But I believe in the video I had gotten to the point where I had gotten rid of this card. I had done 4 total damage to him, and he was down to 5. All right, so what it didn't catch was me buying the next round of cards, which is Retaliate, Close Call, and I got my 2 walks back. So it is now my turn, and I can't do a whole lot. But the good news is those puppets are more than 2 spaces from him. So on their turn, they will have to move back towards him. What can I do? Well, I need to go hurt him. So to do that, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I lost a heart. I really like that critical blow. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to end my turn, and I am going to, with my 6, I am going to buy critical blow. Actually, hold on. Do I want to do long rest? I have the 2 walks. I could get to him. I'm going to buy the critical blow for 6. I also get, I also get all the freebies back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I got 9 cards in my hand. That's the end of my turn. Isn't that terrible? I didn't do anything. But I did fill up my hand, and I've got that critical blow. And since the terror card disappeared, we flip over his finale, which says, I made your friends. Now the minions and he are going to target me constantly. All right, so it's my turn. Or actually, now it's the minions' turn. So the minions will target me, move, and stab. So each one of them moves here and stabs. They're going to do 3 damage. Then the killer will target me, move a boot, and a boot now is worth 2, 1, 2, and he stabs for 1 damage. I'm down to 2 hearts. Here we go. I've got to really wail on him and heal. It's my turn, so, oh man, no terror cards to pull, so this is it. First thing I need to do is I need to do a short rest, try to recover some hearts. Although it doesn't really matter because this is a make or break. I either kill him this turn or the puppets are going to do 3 damage to me on their turn and he'll do the 4th, which obviously is going to kill me. So it's got to be all or nothing. So let's do this. I'm going to do the critical blow. Actually, I'm going to do a focus first so I can get 3 dice. I need 1 star. There it is. All right, so the focus goes away. I'm down 1 time, and I'm back to 3 dice. Critical blow. Remember, I got the bat, so I'm going to do 4 damage if I hit him with 2 stars. I got 1 star, and I'm going to turn that into a star by getting rid of... I lowered the focus. I'm getting rid of focus and a walk. And that turns that to a star. With 2 stars, I do 3 damage. This drops to 1. 3 plus 4, I do 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's down to 2 hearts. And guess what? I have a weak attack, which I can play. All I need is 1 star. I prefer 2 because then I'll get to reveal this. So 5. All right. I didn't get it. I will get rid of close. Actually, I'm going to get rid of close call, lose 2 time, and re-roll them all. There we go. 1 star. I'm going to turn this into a star by getting rid of walk and short rest. 2 stars. 2 stars will do 1 damage. With the bat, does 2. Here's 1, and I reveal this. It's blank, so Geppetto dies, and his puppets die with him. All right, there we go. I apologize for that little technical glitch. I am going to figure this out. Somebody had sent me a link where I could download a new BIOS for the camera that will get rid of that 30-minute time limit. I'm kind of nervous to do it, but I think I may have to because it's really annoying to have to keep track of the timer to make sure I don't run out. All right, that is all I've got for this game. This is Jim, the Tabletop Engineer. Thanks for joining me as I played another game of Final Girl. I beat Geppetto. I think this is the first time I've beat him. He's pretty, with those puppets sometimes, he's brutal. But that was fun, and I hope you enjoyed it. I'll be back in a week with another game of Final Girl. Until then, everybody, take care.